God is king. Good morning. It's morning where I am. Actually, it's 2 p.m. Sipping a little kofifi out of my Liberal Tears coffee mug. Problem, libtard? You got a problem with that? Troll face? You get mad? Are you triggered by my coffee cup? Are you? I don't know. I like this mug. It's a cool mug. Dude, try not to be all fucked up from allergies today. I don't know what we're gonna do. I got some shit to read about a cult. Cults are usually for girls, not for girls to join. I mean, they can be allowed into a cult, I guess. But cult research, usually a girl's activity. But I've been informed of a very cool cult called the Joy of Satan Ministries. It's a 501c3 nonprofit as well, which I think is pretty funny. I'm going to make this podcast a 501c3. Your tax dollars at work creating the Fishing Pole podcast, episode 3, where I read and talk about this gay-ass cult. And then, no, should I read first or should I talk about the cult first? I don't know. For all of you that have women in their life, please let me know if they are interested in cults. Just kidding, losers. None of you have women in your life. Troll face. I'm taking another sippy cup. Taking another sip from my Liberal Tears mug. So this cult, Joy of Satan Ministries, Satan Industries Incorporated. They are kind of a racist or anti-Semitic cult. I'm not going to say if I agree or disagree with either of those. But they believe in aliens. Lots of people, lots of cults believe in aliens. But this one's cool because they believe in... the alien they believe in hates Jews. Pretty cool. Pretty based and red-pilled, am I right? They have... they believe life is derived from the existential struggle between enlightened aliens and a monstrous extraterrestrial race, reptilians. This may be where Alex Jones reptile shit comes from, but he's been talking about it before 2002 when he was on Austin, Texas, whatever the fuck, community cable. He's talking about that shit all the time. But I don't know if they're actually anti-Semitic because they read a lot of shit in Hebrew and try and convert it into Satanist ideology. So there's someone in this cult that's Jewish translating Hebrew to them. But another thing I like about them is not only do they hate Jews, pretty cool, they love Satan, which I don't know how I feel about that. Because the whole witches and bullshit, I hate it. But they are kind of intertwined with yoga chicks. Because it's a Satanist anti-Semitic yoga chick cult. Because they wholeheartedly believe in chakras and self-hypnosis and incense, all kinds of stuff. They also believe in telekinesis and chanting. I like telekinesis. I don't like the chakras and third eye shit. I don't know. They also believe in black magic too. I don't know. That shit's all a meme. It's so fucking fake and gay. Black magic isn't real. I don't know. They also conduct spiritual warfare on a regular basis, which is a pretty cool problem. Problem, troll face. Anyway, that's the intro for the week. Maybe I'm gonna get through another 5 pages of this book, or maybe I won't read it. Maybe I'll read a different book. Who knows? Well, anyway, let's get back to the Fishing Pole Cast book club, boys. We're still reading The Storm of Steel by Ernst Younger. It's not a World War II book. It's a World War I book. Some fucking dummy, some fucking idiot, some almost said Haitian. I shouldn't. That'd be pretty cool. Just call it, if you think someone's dumb, calling them Haitian. That's pretty bad. I'm not gonna do that. All these fucking Haitians, man, thinking I'm reading a World War II book when I'm reading a World War I book. And listen, libtards. World War I Germany was very different than World War II Germany. They weren't Nazis. They were far less racist than Nazis than at least this Joy of Satan Ministries cult. Can you still be a cult if you're a non-profit? I don't know. Kind of all nonprofits are cults. If you think about it, think about climate change. That's kind of a cult, am I right? It's both fake and stupid, you know? I don't know. I don't believe in nonprofits. I think everything should be for profit. I am a capitalist. This is a capitalist podcast. This is much different than the Please Talk to Me podcast, in which is severely caused up by communist thoughts. I don't like that. In other news with me, before I get to reading this, I am infiltrating. Fishing Pole is currently infiltrating on Twitter. Hopefully they don't listen to this, or at least get this far. I doubt anyone is going to get this far. But I requested to be a guest on this communist podcast where they just talk about Karl Marx and commie shit all day. So hopefully that goes through. Hopefully your boy Fishing Pole is going to own the fucking libs once and for all. I'm going to go on the Bernie Sanders Socialism podcast and give him the what for, you know? I don't know. Maybe I'll talk about the joy of Satan. No, you know what? Like, communists like witches and spells and magic shit, you know? I've heard Antifa is only witches. Male witches. Anyway. I could talk about Antifa all day, baby. This is not a pro-Antifa podcast. Stuck in this far, you probably know that. Let's get back to reading. Maybe we can do a couple pages today, and then a couple pages tomorrow, all right? And I'm going to quiz you, the listener, on what I've read. How do you feel about that? I don't know. Do any colleges suggest this is reading? Probably not. Anyway, The Storm of Steel by Ernst Junger. Page 5, paragraph 1, for those of you reading at home. You can point with your finger on the lines that I'm reading so you can follow along. Because there's some big words that we might have to sound out together, all right? Here we go. A ray of light in the scene of dreary monotony was the arrival of the cooker every evening at the corner of Hillerwood. When the lid was taken off the Dixies, a wonderful smell of beans and bacon, or epic bacon, or something else as delightful was wafted aboard. But here, too, there was a dark spot, dissected vegetables, reviled by fastidious gourmets as wire entanglements or damaged crops. Under January 6th, I even find in my diary the following indignant observation. In the evening of the cooker waddled up and brought a filthy mess, probably stewed up upon frozen turnips. On the other hand, under the 14th, there was an enthusiastic entry. Wonderful bean soup, 4 ration pains. We had an eating competition, hubba hubba yum yum, and disputed which position was the best for putting it down. I was for standing to it. The rest of the days at Orenville were the best. They were spent in having one sleep out, cleaning equipment and training. The company was quartered in a huge barn, which had a 2-step ladder stairs as the only way in. We had stoves in spite of the building being full of straw. One night I rolled into one of them and was awakened by the attentions of several of my pals who were making violent efforts to extinguish me. To my horror, I found my uniform was badly charred behind, and in consequence, I had to go about for considerable time in a species of frock coat. After a short while with the regiment, we had pretty well lost the illusion which we had set out for. Instead of the dangers we had hoped for, only mud and work and sleepless nights had fallen to our lot, and the conquest of these called for a heroicism that was little to our taste. The continuous exhaustion, too, was in part the fault of the higher command, which had not yet grasped the spirit of modern trench warfare. In a short war of movement, the officer both can take it out on his men without regard, but in a war that drags on, this leads to physical collapse. The immense number of posts and continual digging were for the most part unnecessary and even harmful. Trenches are not the first thing, but the courage and freshness of the men behind it. Battles are won by iron hearts and wooden ships. So we almost made it to the end of page 5 before I'm tired of reading. We're doing 1 page per podcast, I guess. That's going to be long. I think I wrote that this is part 3 of 200 or whatever the fuck it is. We'll just have a little book club, and by maybe May of 2022, we will have finished the book together. That would be cool. So tune in the fucking motherfuck fishing pole podcast. I'll probably make another one tomorrow, since this is being so well received by the 11 listeners. And also, in other news, maybe Wednesday or Thursday, I think I'm going to be going live on dlive.com, which is sort of the same thing as Twitch. So if anyone wants to join me there, I will be publishing my username and doing kind of a live podcast thing on there and see how that goes. It might be better than speaking to myself for 20 minutes. How long? Oh, my voice cracked. Should I stop podcasting if my voice cracked? When I do these single podcasts, I have to fucking edit it, which is good because I can say gay and shit and piss and libtard, but it is profoundly exhausting. I think I've developed rheumatoid arthritis from clicking on Audacity and clicking and slaving away over this gaming keyboard that's currently lit up green for you listeners. So I request, if I continue to do this podcast, someone send me an arthritis treatment. I got gamer hand and gamer finger. All right. Fishing pole out. Be on the lookout for me on D Live recording or going live next week. Farewell for now, fuck pigs.